Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Coolio Podcast. Let me introduce my co-host Alvaro.
So, guys,
All right, guys. As always, link on Twitter. If you guys want to join, always welcome to. But let's get started with it. Also, welcome back to episode 53. Spain versus Morocco. Spain got knocked out in penalties.
hey, I said this when the World Cup started. One of my teams is and always has been Spain. Um, it's no mystery. We all know that their attack has never been their strong suit. They displayed their good defense for the Dodri. Dodri did a great job at center back all tournament.
He's been
La,
playing fantastic there, bro.
Laporte played great. So that I mean, we certainly don't feel Ramos. In game impact as much, even though we do miss his leadership. But we play great defense. The ball was moving well through the midfield. We don't have that finishing touch.
But yeah,
No matter how good Morata
bro.
played the first 3 games, didn't show up today. In the wing, Olmo can do more than he's doing. Olmo was cutting, he was running through. Olmo can do much more than he was doing.
Mhm.
Ferran was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like he had a poor game up to his standards. But what I want to ask is, did Spain score all their goals in the game against Costa Rica? Because like, what happened? Because in the game against Germany, you saw hey they played good against Japan. Each and every game after that Costa Rica game, they've been playing worse. But this game specifically, Spain had a lot of chances, bro. Spain had a lot of chances to finish the game, and they didn't. On top of that, even though that they had a lot of chances, they dominated the game. They had like tons of possession, but at the same time, they didn't create that much with it. It's hard to analyze the Spanish performance. And
Something that pissed me off that I'm not, yeah, that actually did piss me off was how much trust Luis Enrique is putting into Williams, bro.
into
To Nico Williams.
oh my god, bro! But
I
Nico
like him.
Williams played well. He played well.
I like him. This is the one game that he actually played decent. He has some flashes. You can tell that he's missing it, and I kind of disagree that he took off Ferran Torres so early on. And look, we all know that he wasn't going to leave off Ferran the entire game all the way up to penalties. Ferran's the best penalty taker on the team. He does so. He's number 2 in Barcelona after Lewandowski. It's obviously I don't think one penalty would have changed the fact that we missed penalties for days.
Oh my
But
god, all the penalties were extremely poor.
which we'll get to that later. That penalty shootout was worse than Japan yesterday.
Yeah.
But there's no attack, bro. Almost going to end up playing for a top club in Europe. He is nasty. I remember that Barca when Barca got Ferran, they
Yeah.
were either going to get Ferran or Olmo. They ended up getting Ferran.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't the best idea. We'll see how it pans out. But Olmo played great. Morata did all he could. Morata missed some good chances today. There was a cross late in game.
Oh
He
yeah.
was. I know you know what I'm talking about. He was,
Yeah.
and I mean, if he had hit that ball down, worst
Uh-huh.
case scenario, that was another corner kick.
And then
He mailed that.
like the final shot of like
He,
Sarabia where he hits the post,
yeah, he had
and
a
then
lot of chances.
in the 25th minute with I forgot who, but it hits the crossbar, and then if I think it falls to Fernando Torres, and like the Moroccan defender just blocks it. That was eh, that gave me Lukaku vibes. That gave me Lukaku vibes.
He had way too many chances. And another thing that bothers me, that midfield is a bit more aggressive thanks to Gavi.
Oh
Pedri and Busquets play a very slow paced game. I'm not
yeah.
complaining about it because I know that Pedri, that's the way he's playing in Barca. That's what made him as good of a talent as he is. The way he's able to slow down the game and
Mhm.
for long balls and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Gavi is a spark to that midfield, and Luis Enrique took him out way too early for Carlos Soler, who yes, he's not a bad player. He didn't do shit. So I mean, that team is missing a lot. And for the next World Cup or the Euros, they got to completely revamp that attack. Who knows? Maybe they should give Ansu Fati more minutes. Maybe not. Um, there were a lot of holes, and I'm sorry, but you cannot lose to Morocco. I don't care how hyped up they were. You're gonna lose to Morocco. Morocco parked the bus 90% of the game. They had a few good counterattacks. Other than that, they parked the bus.
Yeah, but at the same time, Spain got lucky. They got lucky in some occasions. You think about the that Unai Simon save.
Look,
towards the
I
end.
talked a lot of shit about leaving the hair out of the team. I like the hair. I do like him because,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But in the Spanish national team,
but
like his performances aren't up to par.
you're right, and that's what I was saying. The way Simon playing this tournament, I know he convinced a lot of Spain fans, so for
Yeah.
Spanish fans, to trust him a little bit in the upcoming tournaments. That wasn't the issue here. He wasn't the issue. So again, that Spain when Spain an actual good striker
Eh,
since we oh my god,
Davido.
uh, can we consider Torres?
Yeah, Torres, yeah. Fernando Torres.
When was that?
He retired, what, 2018, 2019, around there?
So it's been three major tournaments with an actual
Yeah,
striker.
yeah, yeah. It's been 3 major tournaments
I don't
now.
go people say about Morata having won the UCLs and stuff. He's just been on good teams. He's gotten lucky. He is not a top striker.
Hey, Morata is either terrible or fantastic.
And
He's
yes,
not in
I'm
between.
happy that he scored 3 goals in three group stage games. When it mattered, he had golden chances. Late in game, he had a run through. I know you saw that run that he did through the midfield. That then he
Yeah,
did a bad pass on Sofati. He needed to shoot that.
yeah, yeah. It was like a counter attack.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, Spain plays way too slow.
uh-huh,
They need
uh-huh.
some spark.
And here's the thing: penalties. It can go either way. It can be very cruel because I like to think as penalties, like, hey, if you're unable to break down the opposition team in basically 2 hours of football, it goes down to penalties, and it could go either way. It's and it's extremely tough because did you hear how Luis Enrique basically told his players, like, hey, you need every single player needs to, they were given homework, kick 1,000 penalties before coming.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that these players did 1,000 penalties
Two things
and
about
it
that.
would turn out like
First of
that?
all, Bono, disgusting goalkeeping.
Yeah.
After that penalty shootout, he's gonna have offers from top clubs. That it's as simple as that. He was disgusting. Props to him.
Yeah.
Props to Morocco for keeping it at a draw the entire game. Though, first of all, that rotation of penalties was abysmal.
No, but hey, Sarabia, the first penalty he kicked, bro.
No,
Sarabia.
the first one was great. If that ball had been an inch to the left, that was in because Bono did not get there on time.
Yeah.
Carlos Soler and Busquets should not be your number 2 and 3.
Well, I mean, like, hey, Luis Enrique said that these guys, like, they are the penalty specialists. So, like, why are they? Why are they like?
I had a feeling even when they called time in the second overtime, I had a feeling that Rodrigo or Laporte should have been taking at least one of the penalties through
Oh
the
my
first
god!
3 or 4.
Oh my god!
Don't you get that feeling that center backs are good at penalties?
Yeah, yeah,
You
they
see
do.
it.
No, I really thought that Busquets was just gonna rip it, just like,
And
just
that pisses me off. You saw that like 2 or 3 of the penalties that Morocco scored, they were cañonazos. Like
yeah,
they were world plays, but they were unstoppable.
yeah,
Spain's hardest penalty was Arabia's.
yeah,
Soler and Busquets were both ass. They were both little bloopers trying to find precision. They didn't do shit. They gave Bono enough time to get to the ball.
yeah, yeah.
So that Japan had a better penalty shootout than Spain, and that's saying a lot because Japan was ass too. And yes, props to the goalies. Yes, they saved it. That doesn't matter. They gotta do better than that. And I'm sorry, but those Spanish players play in better leagues than Moroccan
Yeah,
players. They're more talented. That they're more experienced.
yeah.
And
No, no,
plus,
no.
I don't know if you noticed, the penalty
It
shootout was in Spain's side of the field where the
yeah.
fans were.
hmm No, it's a
Busquets
complete.
shows that side, and look what happened.
Yeah, it's a complete, like, failure for the Spanish national team, just because. Okay, after the 2010 win in the World Cup, after you guys became champion, 2014 eliminated in the group stage, 2018 eliminated round 16, 2022 eliminated in round 16. I mean, remember in the 2018 they were eliminated by Russia's in penalties,
Russia and now Morocco.
and
Those
now
are not
Morocco.
top clubs.
And in 2014 you were eliminated in the group stage. So, like, after the 2010, the Spanish national team has not been the same. And it's but I'm guessing, like, the only good thing is that these Barcelona players, they're able to come back and get some recuperation before the season
Honestly, yeah.
starts. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing that that's the only good thing. But but let's give credit to Morocco. They played
Hey,
their
look, they
game.
beat Belgium. They
Uh-huh.
play really well.
Yeah,
They have good chemistry in that team. They
uh-huh.
play great.
Uh-huh. And they have talent, and they've been doing a heck of a tournament so
But
far.
one final takeaway from this game:
Uh-huh.
either Spain finds in 4 years good players up in the attack, or they switch that formation.
Who knows? Who knows? In 4 years, a lot can happen. Who
We'll
knows?
see.
Exactly. We'll see. But main topic of the video, Portugal. Portugal won 6-1 against Switzerland. My God,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see much of the game. I was studying for my final,
yeah, bro.
but I did see. Is it Ramos, the one that came in
Yeah,
for?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ramos. Okay,
Okay, okay.
big headlines.
When
Ronaldo was benched.
when you bench Ronaldo for a player and that player drops a hat trick in Ronaldo's place, we all know that Ronaldo was not gonna hit a hat trick. We all know that.
Uh, uh,
Respectfully, he is not who he was.
no, no. Okay, listen. Okay, so let's talk before the game. So Ronaldo was benched before the game. Um, did I'm guessing this was because, well, number one, the team plays better without him. The team plays better without Ronaldo. It's the proof is in the pudding.
The
You,
problem is that when you play with Ronaldo, when you play with him, you play for him.
yeah, exactly. You
Different.
play for him. That's a perfect definition. You play
And
for him.
that's not you and me talking shit as Messi fans. It's
Yeah,
true. Ronaldo's a
yeah,
striker. They play for him. He's not like Harry Kane that he's actually involved in every play. You
yeah,
have to play for Ronaldo.
yeah. He's just like, hey, give him the service and he's gonna put it. But now, even now, he's not putting the chances away. Um, but I don't see how Ronaldo is gonna be coming back into the team because like Ramos just dropped a hat trick in the next game against Morocco. You go with the same lineup. You don't, because how are you gonna drop Ramos, a player who dropped a hat trick for Ronaldo? There's no way.
Look, I mean, we'll see how they square up against who will they play now.
Morocco.
They have they also have the advantage there, so we'll see. But they're looking very good, and that Ramos guy, I had
Well,
never. I call me ignorant. I had never heard of him. I have
no,
never.
he's the Benfica striker.
That
He's
act?
been, yeah, I think he's having like a fantastic season
I
so
actually
far.
had no idea. I actually had no idea.
Yeah, bro, he's been
But
on fire this season.
first hat trick of the World Cup in the entire World Cup
Yeah,
in round 16. I don't care if it
yeah,
was Switzerland. That game was supposed to be way closer than it was.
yeah. It was supposed to be way closer than it was. It's just,
That game was supposed to be more exciting than Spain Morocco, and it wasn't.
yeah, it wasn't like people were saying like, hey, if we're gonna see an upset, it's gonna be this game.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't. That just showed because okay, number one, Portugal have one of the best sides in this World Cup. The squad depth in this team is insane, and they have the players to play like this. They have the players to play like this. It's just that when Ronaldo is starting, the team isn't playing that well. Um, and now Portugal can go definitely very far in this tournament. I think they're easily going to pass Morocco, and I could definitely see them in the final. I definitely see them in the final because they have Morocco. I think that's going to be an easy win, and someone either England or France. And I think with the way that they're playing, they can easily win that game. Well, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I'm more. I have a question for you.
Okay.
What will be your attack against Morocco for Portugal?
I I wouldn't change the lineup. I wouldn't change it at all. I One option would be to bring in Rafael Leao, but I would go with the same lineup. I wouldn't change
And
anything.
some
I would
people were saying, like obviously I didn't notice, but people were saying that Ronaldo celebrated his Ramos' first goal, but he didn't celebrate the next two. We'll see how he feels about being benched in two straight games in the knockout stages. We're gonna see how he feels about that because
I
obviously
mean,
he can't do shit about it. He's not bigger than the team, but
no,
we'll see
no.
how he feels about it.
If I was Ronaldo, I wouldn't care if I'm being benched. All I care about is winning that World Cup.
Well, that's how you see it, but that's not how I'm guessing that's not how he sees it. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
exactly. That's the attitude that he should be taking.
That
Eh,
seems that team is looking way scarier than people thought. So.
yeah, exactly.
And
Um,
honestly, I get we already said this in the last stream. I'm more interested about that England France game, but whichever team passes, if Portugal eliminates Morocco, either France or England against Portugal is going to be one hell of a fun game.
Oh, that's gonna be extremely. Oof. But these quarterfinals, they're
Yo,
getting they're getting
yo,
nice.
if everything goes how it's supposed to go, on the left side, oh, I'm saying left side because that's how I see the table. Argentina, Brazil,
On the
and
Momufa.
either England or France against Portugal.
Uh, hey, but hey, I definitely see Portugal passing through, going into the semis.
Yeah,
But
me
I
too.
wouldn't discount Morocco because yes, they're going to give a tough
No,
test,
no, no.
but
Pro-
it's
Props to them, but Portugal plays way more fast paced than Spain,
exactly,
and they're a different animal.
exactly. It's just like that. Um, and hey, a lot of people weren't talking about Portugal before the start of the World Cup, and one change, just the inclusion of Ramos in that forward line, just completely changed the outlook of the team. That's like that's crazy.
And hey, the greatest center back of all time scored today.
Pepe, bro. The guy's about to turn 40, or I think he's
Hey,
40,
bro, he's still
and
balling.
and he's
So
still balling. That just shows the
respect,
longevity of Pepe.
respect.
I know. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Ham. I don't know why Ham and Otamendi give me the same vibe.
Yeah, bro. I
Like
mean, they've been playing
cracked out.
fantastic.
Yeah, like old as fuck, cracked out, but still balling.
Yeah, exactly, bro. These guys are the generals in the back.
Literally.
But bro, Portugal are looking insane. They're looking like one of the favorites to win the entire tournament. And on top of that, they have a favorable route. And who knows? They can definitely make it far. But before we round up, do you have any last minute thoughts?
No, I mean Spain's ass. They really gotta rebuild. They really gotta rebuild that attack. They have their midfield
Yeah.
for 3 more World Cups.
Hmm.
With Pedri Gavi, they have a good defense with Rodrigo and Laporte. They gotta figure out that attack or they gotta change that formation. And Portugal's looking scary, man. They should not have won that easily against Switzerland. They didn't. Whoever comes out from France, England, is not gonna have such an easy matchup against Portugal. And now, I mean, it's we'll see how Ronaldo's minutes are managed.
It's gonna be interesting how Fernando Santos manages that. But guys, that was it for today's episode. As always, I post a link on Twitter if any of you guys want to join and add to the discussion. You're always welcome to. And as always, like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.